If you're currently living paycheck to paycheck or you have no assets in your net wealth statement right now, then this video is perfect for you. In this video, I'm going to show you the perfect formula for building wealth with property. In my experience, you should use quick cash flowing strategies to get yourself started. Things like rent-to-rent HMO, rent-to-rent serviced accommodation. Let's just touch base on both of those just in case you're not familiar with them, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty. So rent-to-rent serviced accommodation. In brief, we're going to rent a property from a landlord, and we're then going to host the property out to traveling guests such as contractors, tourists, families, you name it. Anybody traveling, anybody that would typically use a hotel, we're going to try and attract them into our properties instead. We charge a nightly rate, and ultimately that means we can create enough cash flow to be able to pay the landlord, pay the bills, and make a tidy profit. On the rent-to-rent HMO strategy, we are going to rent a property from a landlord, typically a 4 to 6 bed house. And then what we will do is we'll rent each room out for circa 400 to 650 in some locations per room. Yes, 650 per room. And we will then make the difference between what we've paid obviously as a rent, your utilities are all covered by us, and the rest is our profit. What you want to then do is make sure you constantly reinvest that cash. I see it time and time again where people get 1 or 2 properties up and running and they're making a decent cash flow, and then they start spending it willy-nilly and they start, buying liabilities and not pumping the money back into their business to be able to grow further. If you can nail it, if you can, just dig deep for a year or two and just really try and limit the amount of money that you're pulling out your business, you will grow exponentially. You'll, beyond your wildest dreams, you will scale at a pace that you just never thought was possible, because cash is king. And whilst you can get started with no money down strategies and with limited funds, the more cash you build up, the more opportunities you will be able to go into, the better rental opportunities you'll be able to get, and ultimately you'll be able to scale a hell of a lot quicker. The more properties you get, the more cash flow you get. Unfortunately, even done on a super rent strategy, a property can only generate so much cash flow. Yes, you can naturally increase rents over time, but you're only talking a few % per year. It's not going to make a huge difference to the amount of profit coming into your business. So the only way to get more cash flow into your business is to find more stock. Ultimately, you need more units. Whilst I've still got your attention, if you're enjoying this video content, then there's plenty more where it came from. Don't forget to hit the bell notification and subscribe to the channel. And there's links in the description which give you other videos exactly like this one to help you on your property journey. So first, get your cash flow going. Then reinvest the cash into more properties to create more units and therefore more cash into your business. What you then want to do as your cash builds is start buying your own assets, stuff that you own. No one can tell you how long you can have it for. You can decide how you want to run it, and there will be more profit in that because mortgages are a lot cheaper than rent. The more of those you get, naturally, the more money you're going to make. However, the downside of that is it's a much slower process than rent to rent. That being, we can rent a property today, we can have it set up tomorrow or the day after, we can have it live within 48 hours, and we can get a booking the day after that. So we can make a rental property turn into cash very quickly. If I secure a property today from an estate agent or a vendor looking to sell, it's got to go through conveyancing. It can take, the best 3 months at times. The quickest I've done it is 3 weeks, but even 3 weeks, you then go into a refurb, which could take 4 weeks, and then you start to rent it. So you've always got a 2 or 3 month lag at best between each and every asset acquisition. So what you want to be doing is buying assets in the background as a medium to long-term strategy, and be engaging with rent-to-rent strategies as a short-term strategy to influx cash flow into your business. Once you've cracked both models, you want to then continue to just reinvest as much of the profit into the business as you can. Limit the liabilities. It's easy to go and try and buy fancy things as you're building your cash up, or maybe take a bit too much money out of the business for your salary or your wage. Really try and limit yourself for the first probably 3 years of your business, and you'll definitely see the rewards in that afterwards. There's plenty of time to be buying nice things and using the money, and you will get to a point where the cash builds so much that you're going to have to start spending it. But for now, the more you limit your liabilities, the greater your business will grow and the quicker it will grow as well. Now, one of the biggest downfalls I see is people, and I've been there as well, people think that employees are liabilities. Employees and great staff, building a team of A players around yourself are going to get you to where you need to go a hell of a lot faster. If you look at employees as investments, each one of them will generate cash into the business in their own right, whether that's saving you time by doing some administration tasks so you can then go and find more units, or whether they are actually deal sourcing, or they might be saving you money as an accountant. Whatever it might be, look at them as an investment in your business, and they will help you scale a hell of a lot quicker. Thanks for watching this video. There's plenty more awesome content where this came from. As I said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and continue watching the videos. And if you really want to get ahead of the game, then join my private Facebook group. Just head over to Facebook, 7 Figure Property Empire, click the link to join, and we'll get you on the inside.